wanted to really just, on a personal note, thank you because of what the company has meant to our family. As I think through all the difficulty of you starting the company, it's such a precious thing to me. And I had the chance to tell you about it, but this is my daughter Lenya, who's now in heaven. And of course, the day we're filming this is 6 years to the day from the day she went to heaven. Wow. And this was her last birthday request. She asked me for a pair of TOMS shoes, and I bought them at Jack's Surf Shop in Newport Beach, and there I am giving it to her. And then the sparkly red that she was wearing that day.
I mean, I just remember us making those shoes. I mean, that is just so crazy. I mean, because it's like, you know, as a company, you just make these things and you hope that people will love them. And to think of this beautiful little girl who loved them so much. So then
her sisters all had them on that day. And so there's her older sister.
Wow, she needs a new pair.
Yeah, she did. And there's a Daisy as well, and Livy. So then she wasn't wearing them long before, I mean, she busts them out with every look. She's wearing them with a little bridesmaid dress there, and they meant so much to her. We told her all about Dorothy and the No Place Like Home and Click 'em Together.
Click in the heels.
And then the real special part of it was, of course, when we picked out the outfit that we would bury her in. They meant so much to her for the months until she went home. We found them in her bedroom, and they had a Hello Kitty sticker in them. And now you can see, I mean, 3 months was all she had them. But she wore them every day. She wore them to pieces. And we think about it when we stand at her grave now, and No Place Like Home takes on a whole new meaning because she's in home, where we're going to see her again. And so I just wanted to personally, I know you've given 88 million pairs of them away to kids who needed them, but not just the pairs that go global do good, because they meant a lot to our family, and it was a special connection between me and my daughter. And so I just wanted to thank you for that, for fighting for your dream because of the way that God used it even in our life.
Thank you. Wow. It's just, I mean, when you told me that story before on the phone, it was like, after we get off the phone, I just sat there and, you know, you can get so wrapped up in just trying to make something work, right? And like even 12 years later, it's like you're just trying to figure out like what's the next step. And then when you take a moment, you say like this beautiful being on this planet for such, unfortunately, a short period of time, it meant something so to her, and you were able to teach her about giving back, and like that moment at such a young age. It's so powerful, you know, and you just don't think of those things. You don't know those things when you're working hard every day trying to make something happen. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And, you know, there's another connection to our stories because, of course, as I share in my book, Lenya's beautiful eyes, God used her to be able to give sight. You know, we donated her corneas, and the whole Through the Eyes of a Lion metaphor is about eyes being opened to new faith, but also these two people that got each of her corneas, and they got to see because of them. And I love our connection because through TOMS Eyewear, you guys have been able to help 600,000
people get their eyesight back.
600,000 blind people have received their sight back.
Yeah.
Through a pretty simple surgery.
Yeah, the cataract. I mean, of all the things I've been able to do on giving trips, we've given about 75 countries around the world. I've been on 40+ trips in the past 12 years. The most incredible experience I've had have been in the eyesight restoration. Because I mean, I remember just like yesterday, I was in Nepal. And there was a woman, in her 20s, and most people who develop cataracts are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. And usually it's people who live at high altitudes. They're actually closer to the sun. They're farmers, and they don't wear sunglasses. So that's the irony, is they don't wear sunglasses. So what happens is, being so close to the sun, the cataract is actually a protein deposit that is there to protect their eyes. But then it protects it so well that they can't see. And so they develop these cataracts, and these amazing doctors all over the world have figured out a way to literally slice open the lid, take out the protein deposit, put a new lens in, and they can do this in 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
15 minutes.
Are they sedated, or is it just...
Yes, oh yeah, it's sedated.
But they're not put out. They're not unconscious.
Just sedated. And I've gone, like in Nepal, I remember this one young woman who had 2 kids in her 20s, had cataracts in both eyes, which is really rare. Usually it's one eye goes really bad first. And we did the surgery. I was scrubbed in, watching the doctor, and like the foothills of the Himalayas, kind of Indiana Jones like, I will say.
We've come full circle.
And the next, not the next day, but the following day, we came back and we took the patches off and we saw her see her 2 kids for the first time.
Gosh.
And it was just like, wow. I mean, it was just like the doctor I was with, he said, "This is the greatest show on earth." And that was back when the circus had that tagline, the Ring and Barley Circus. And
now it's all The Greatest Showman. Hugh Jackman.
Exactly. And it was like, yes, this is truly the greatest show on earth, to get to see a human meet their kids for the first time just because of a 15-minute surgery, because someone bought TOMS sunglasses in Jack's surf shop.
Amazing.
Like, that's the thing. It's like,
and every time someone buys a pair of sunglasses, they're paying for someone to get that surgery.
Yeah.
And you've done the same thing with coffee, with water, and
so that's what I always, whenever I one of my favorite things in life is literally running into someone on the street wearing our shoes or wearing our sunglasses and saying, like, I thank you because you consciously bought this because you knew you were helping someone. But especially with the sunglasses, I'm like, but do you really understand?
Do you know? Do you even know? You want to shake them?
Do you really understand, like, when you put these sunglasses on every day, like, that there's someone probably in Cambodia, Nepal, Nicaragua, Guatemala, and there's these organizations like Visualiza who, like, they have this amazing clinic where they actually service, and half of the clinic people who can afford the surgery, and and at the other side of the clinic people who can't.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful matching.
It's incredible.